Hey everybody, welcome to my Suburban Oasis. My name's Soleil and I garden in a Zone 6A in mid-Michigan, and today we're going to be working in the Potager garden and on doing a couple of spring planters. So join me and let's get started on these projects. So here in the potager we have some lettuce that is grown from seed, and I really need to get it planted out because it is actually going to be in the 70s today, and so I need to pull some of these plant supports out from here, and then we're going to plant out both the lettuce as well as hopefully separate out some of this kale that we have been growing since last fall. So that was planted as a seed last fall and then just overwintered. So some of these plant supports are here for tomatoes, and I like to grow tomatoes every year. That's one of the crops that I really enjoy, and we also really enjoy lettuce and basil. Sometimes I also will grow onions. But right now we're going to work on our cool weather crops and just making sure that we get them planted into some soil here. Once I get these planted, I'm also going to really need to protect them because if you've watched any of my other videos, you know I have a groundhog. I don't know if he's actually living under our deck or not, but he's definitely here. And I also have a bunny that came last year and seems to have stuck around and made it through the winter quite well. So got a lot of this lettuce that I probably really overplanted in this little pot here. So we're just going to gently break it apart and then get it planted out. And hopefully that will help it. It's been hard enough for a few days. And really, I probably have too many in every single one of these bunches, but it's just the way that I think I'm going to grow them, actually, because it'd be too hard for me to try to separate them. I worry that I might actually break them. So I would rather grow a nice big clump of lettuce, which I have done before and it turned out fine. So hopefully it will be as well this year. With the wonky weather that we've been having, it's also possible that these may bolt really early in the season and we might have a short season for lettuce. I mean, it's really rare that we would have a day like today where it's actually going to be 70 in April. I mean, we get them, and sometimes we even get 80 degrees in April, but it's still early for it. I think that will fit under a cloche. That's the important part. At least until it gets bigger. In addition to flowers, do you also grow a vegetable garden? I'm interested in hearing from viewers about whether you guys do that or not. If so, what kind of crops do you like to grow? I've learned over the years to try to only grow things that we actually really like to eat. Otherwise, it doesn't really seem worth it. think we'll probably try to do a row here and put it under the row cloche. I see some thistle seeds in here that the chipmunks probably buried. I think I have way too much lettuce, you guys. Not a bad problem to have. So I get these garden cloches. Whenever I use them, people ask me where I get them, and I get them from Gardener's Supply Company. And they are a fair price, and they are well worth it. I don't know about you guys, but we don't even have our hose hooked up yet. I'm looking forward to having that available soon. I almost wanted to do a taste test on these to see if these taste like kale or if they're like red mustard or something. All right, well that looks great. I'm happy with what we've done here. All right, let's move on to doing our spring planters. Whew, you guys, it is getting hot out, so I had to change into some shorts, and we are going to get started on our potting up now, and let me show you the planters that we're going to be using. So these two planters right here are on the end of my deck, and I really like them because whenever I look out my sliding glass door, that's what I see. So it's really important to me that they have something in them that's pretty. So we're going to use some of these pansies and violas, and I'm going to go snag a couple boxwoods from the front window box to put in as centerpieces. So I'm going to grab those, and we will then start getting all of the plants into these. Now I'm probably not going to use all of these flowers, but I'm definitely going to stuff these full of flowers because I really want to see them. All right, here we go. All right, so we have these two little boxwoods that are right here in this window box, and they've been here for about a year or so. I can't remember exactly when I planted them, but I'm going to take these out, and we're going to use these as the centerpiece because I think that'll be a really nice little height. And a wonderful green backdrop for those pansies. All right, let's take them out there. All right, so I'm just getting my gloves on here, and I've got a bag of potting mix, and we're gonna just fill this up most of the way. We'll leave a little bit of room at the top because I want to make sure that we have enough space for all of the roots. And I'm gonna put the flowers all around it as opposed to just on one side. So we're gonna keep this boxwood as the centerpiece. So even though today is really warm, it's definitely gonna cool off here soon, and it's gonna get a little bit wet also. So I'm really not worried about, you know, these pansies and violas going over too fast. I think we'll definitely still get a few good weeks out of them here. All right, let me fill up the other one. So I'm just using some potting mix that I got from Lowe's. And if you're wondering what's on my arms, these are some garden sleeves that were sent out to me by Farmers Defense last year. I've only worn them a couple of times, but they're supposed to have like UV protection in them. So I thought it would be a good day to try them out, because right about now is when we as gardeners have to make sure to really protect our skin and our bodies, because it's the start of the season and it's really easy to injure yourself or to get sunburnt. Mostly it's the sunburn, but we do also have to be really careful about that throughout the rest of the season. I don't want these to be too sunk down in there. I want to make sure we can see them. All right, I think that's looking pretty good. A little bit more soil in this one, and then we'll get started with some pansies and violas. So these are some 8 packs, and they came in a flat, and so because of the fact that they have been blooming, some of them are a little bit spent, so I'm just going to pinch those off. And I believe they were around $20 for a flat of them, so not too bad. I'm going to put these on each corner. And I'm going to put 2 of them on each corner. Yes, we are definitely packing this baby full. If you did have the spent blooms on these, they can last a little bit longer. Some years I get to spring plantings and other years I don't. All right, let me grab some violas. These are kind of root bound, but not too bad. I'm going to tuck these in right next to the pansies. And then hopefully I can get in one of these little Johnny Jump Up violas in between these as well, for all the colors. There we go. And hopefully these will start to kind of spill over the edge of this planter. But like I said, we'll probably only get a few weeks of these growing in this container before it gets too hot. You know, we'll take it through April, maybe a little bit early May. And after I finish this one, we will kind of turn off the camera, do the other one, and then show you what they all look like done up. All right, I'm gonna do the other one and then we'll show you what they both look like all done up. Okay, well, let's take a look at how both of them turned out. I'm super happy. So here they are, and I think they look super sweet. Aren't those just the most beautiful picture of spring right there? They are very cheery, and every time that I look out my sliding glass door, I will be lucky enough to see these each time. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I sure enjoyed making these planters, and I'm really excited about the fact that I get to look out my door and see these every single day until I'm ready to change them out into something else. I hope you guys are enjoying your spring so far, and we'll see you next time. Bye!